Recovered 4 fumbles, is that right?
3.
3 fumbles.
Yes, sir.
Was that an emphasis on getting the ball out and trying to strip players in the offseason?
Oh, yeah. During practice, we always work on takeaways, and run to the ball. So that was like our second nature right there. Just getting to the ball, and seeing the ball come out was just like a reaction that we have in practice and that we carry on to the game.
Was it a pleasant surprise that so many balls came out like they did?
Oh, yes. It was good to see that what we did in practice go up, carried on the football field, and it started to happen.
Do you think the chemistry is any better now that Dez and Brian are back in the backfield? I mean, can you play up to your potential as a secondary?
Oh, yeah. I mean, played at our potential with the other guys. Like, we put our trust in them and we believed in them, so they played that just about the same. So it was like they was already out there, and Kedrick and them did a great job of stepping up in that role. So it's probably going to be a little bit more excited, but, I mean, it was still probably felt the same.
Well, you
overall.
Developed some quality depth, if nothing else, based on that last week.
I mean, defensively, too, last week, you guys were a huge part of that game. I mean, you said it after the game, too, when we talked to you, that you guys helped pump up the offense. Markley said it, too, that you guys' energy helped the offense pick up their energy.
Yeah, we're a team, so we got to pick up on each other. If the offense is scoring points, it gets us hyped to play on defense. And when we're giving them 3 and outs, it makes the offense want to score. So we just feed off each other all game, and when we're not, that's when we play bad.
Now that you have those 3 guys back, the 3 guys back on defense in the secondary, does that give you guys any extra confidence now that they are back? I know you said that the backups can do more now. No, you know that they can do more now. But what do they bring to the team that might have been missing last week?
They bring that physicality. The B-Walk and Dez and MJ, they're 3 of our more physical corners that has speed along with it. But now we're going to be playing more of our press and more of our cover 2 and more of the more aggressive type defenses that we've been playing.
What kind of disadvantage does it put them at having missed game action last week? So it's been, for MJ, he hasn't seen any game action yet, but for the other 2, it's been almost 6 months, more than 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, all those guys have been playing corner all their life, so they kind of have a gist to it besides the game speed. MJ, of course, never playing a college game before. But B-Walk and Dez still have a feel from them playing in the bowl game and kind of late in the season last year. They know what to expect, and now they're just getting their minds right.
Have you been back at safety pretty much the whole week this week during practice?
Oh, yeah, starting Sunday I was back at safety.
Are you more comfortable? I mean, I know you played cornerback for most of your career here, but are you more comfortable there now that you've been here all offseason or been there all offseason?
Yeah. Until Tuesday I didn't know I was going to be the corner, but I was pretty comfortable at safety, and I was ready to play the game at safety on Saturday until they told me what was going on. But now that I'm back at it, I feel like I never left.
How much did you learn last year in that whole process, getting you ready for this year?
I learned a lot. I mean, Kareem has been a big influence in my life. He's been basically preaching to me what I need to do to get better and everything. Watching him, I grew up a lot this past year. I ran all the 2 reps while him and Junior split the 1 rep. So I feel like I got that experience last year. So I was ready to play in the game this year.
You guys are still kind of green up front for the most part, but not as green. You got a game under your belts. How much do you expect the unit to improve now having that game on film?
Well, Coach Gilmore's been saying that they usually say your biggest improvement is between week 1 and week 2, and I feel like we're going to show that this week. We're going to prove that we're ready. Playing in my first college game, I came in, I had a little butterflies, but I mean, I like the feeling of butterflies. But after I got that first play under my belt, I got cut. I felt like I was ready.
I mean, I'm assuming it's something you thought, you kind of imagined. Did it live up to the expectations of what you thought it would be?
I mean, I felt like I would just be like scared, like my first play would just be bad, but it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, the crowd is a lot different because it was way louder, way more people, but when I got in the game, I just felt like we were just in another scrimmage, just running practice. It was the same plays. We ran against that O-line, and we were just ready.
What kind of grade would you give yourself for your first game performance?
I give myself about a 70. I mean, I feel like I did some positive plays, but I feel like I messed up on a couple plays, played high a couple plays, so I felt like I could do better.
Yeah, what are some of the things you want to, first game under your belt, what are some of the things you want to work on moving forward?
Running to the ball, definitely. Playing with lower pad level, that's going to be a big thing. But other than that, I feel like I did pretty good.
Last couple questions. What have you guys seen out of San Diego State on offense? It seems like they like to throw the ball around a little bit. I mean, does that play to you guys' strengths? What have you seen out of them?
Oh, yeah, that plays to our strengths a lot because last week the quarterback was getting the ball off real fast. So I feel like we'll have a better chance of getting to the quarterback. And basically their line's bigger, but they equal up to around our starting offensive line, so I feel like we're used to them.
Stripe out, night game, under the lights. You excited?
Oh, I was so mad I got to miss the Miami game last year and not being able to play. But I feel like I get a second chance to be in that environment, so I'm ready.